because for me, surrounding myself with people that are good, that are positive, that have their heart in the right place, it really lifts me up and takes me away from the negativity. And I know that as humans, we have a tendency to always think the negative things first, right? You know, I failed so many times before. What's going to make this time different? Or I can't run a business. I don't have time for this. Or maybe some of us have unsupportive spouses that say, well, you know, negative things sometimes, like, come on, you're going to get into this pyramid thing. Whatever the negativity that you're subjected to, it's really important for me, for all of us, to keep ourselves surrounded by goodness. Sometimes, like when I get off the phone with Vicky or with Ed, they just uplift me, you know, like, and you want to surround yourself with people like that. So maybe you don't have a lot of people like that in your life, but you do have a great team, an amazing team, and with great calls, with tons of podcasts. Isagenix has calls. So these are all useful things to really build ourselves up, whether you're doing the business or not. I want to be better for myself, for my kids. I want to grow stronger, because let's face it, if you're not growing, you're kind of dying and shriveled, just being, you know, and none of us want to just be. We all want to grow and feel fulfilled and do better for our families. So plug your people into the calls. Maybe you're like, I've heard System 3 12 times. But you know what? The way Jen did it, I was so impressed. I was like, wow, it sparked me up. You know, so just because you've heard the call a million times doesn't mean that somebody on your team can't benefit. And I mean, the power of us doing this, everyone tagging one another, we had over 400 people tagged. You know, that's important. When we're all tagging each other, saying, come on, get on the call, get to the event, it brings power, it brings momentum, it brings oomph behind what you're doing. And it's so much better to do it with a team of 50 beautiful faces than to stand here by yourself doing it. So it's important to get your people connected. So for old and new people, I want to talk a little bit about Isagenix. For so many of us, this has been saving grace. I mean, truly, most of us have come in here to feel better. Majority of us have come here because we were not in a good place in our life, right? Whether we were struggling with weight, insecurities, whether we were exhausted, the energy level was just awful. I mean, how many of us came here to feel better in some way, shape, or form? Will you pick your hands up? Everyone. And how many people came here to do business? Right. Right. So we've got to love on our people no matter where they're at. Now, all of you guys are here because you're leaders, because you're strong. But understand that nobody else is going to be I shouldn't say nobody else. Not everybody else is going to be a force to be reckoned with like you. Not everybody is going to show up to events. Not everybody is going to have that fire and passion that you have. And that's okay. Our job is to present the products to people. And speaking about the products, I mean, the products are incredible. I think we're also passionate about sharing because we had an amazing product experience. You know, for me, like if I used a great mascara, I would like it, and I may tell a couple people that I have like a great mascara or this Clairol hair dye is like amazing. But I'm not going to go out and tell people that it's changed my life the way Isagenix has. You know, so as far as the products, if you don't know about them, there's so many little fast facts on isaproduct.com. And the beauty of it is that I know 3 basic things. I know the shakes have digestive enzymes. I know they have 24 grams of clean, undenatured whey protein. I know that we won't touch crops in the US because they have a lot of toxins in them. And that's about all I know about the shakes, very honestly. I know that the digestive enzymes help to break up the visceral fat. And if there's anything else that they would like to know besides soy-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, kosher, all the delicious flavors, then I'm going to send them to look up that information. And what I love about this is that I don't have to be an expert to authentically say to a mom, you know what, girl, it's $3 a shake. It saves me $200 a month on my grocery bills. And quite honestly, they're fast, easy, and convenient, because as a mother who hardly has time to comb her hair, I don't have time to be meal prepping 6 times a day. And most people don't. So as far as the products, you know, they really are the best of the best. They have a no compromise quality. So if people want more information, and when people start challenging you and saying, well, what about Ensure, or what about this? You know, I said, FYI, just bring them to the source. You're not here to be the politician on behalf of Isagenix. You're not here to argue every case, and you're simply here to share your story. So I tell you this because I wanted to take some pressure off your shoulders. When you're telling people, share from the goodness of your heart, honestly and sincerely. Don't feel that you have to know everything. And you have people occasionally that want to know, you know, how many grams of sugar. I'll say, hold on, I'll have to run downstairs and go look at the canister. But quite honestly, I just point them to the tools. As far as the company, going to events, and how many of you guys have been to events, if you can just raise your hands. So I'm going to ask maybe somebody to speak. Maureen, can you speak? She's probably going to kill me.
No, it's okay. I'll speak. I'm getting better, Angela.
I'm so
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
I hear you loud and clear. So
am I too loud? Okay.
No, you're perfect. Yeah, you're
okay.
Me, the Brooklyn girl, if you're too loud. As far
Oh, okay. Oh, you're waiting for me to speak. Okay. Are you asking me a question, or you just want me to go?
I'm asking you a question. As far
Okay.
as the company and the culture, when I went to my first event, I saw so many real people, and I really fell in love with the culture. People were hugging, they were kind, they were nice, they were open, they were sharing, and everyone was talking about their positive experience. And what I tell everyone is, if you want to know about the company, if you genuinely, truly want to know about the company, you got to get to an event. So from somebody who recently went to her first event, can you share maybe a couple of first thoughts that you felt being in the audience?
Sure. So I went to ISAU in New Jersey, and I just immediately felt embraced by everybody. Everybody, just even in line, going to the bathroom, was just so friendly. Everybody was so, just, you could tell everybody, we were all on the same path. We were all, you know, about, you know, being better people and using, you know, Isagenix products, and, you know, just becoming better overall, what we put in our bodies, and being better people, and helping and sharing and caring. And just the people that got up on stage just shared amazing stories. They were just so genuine and authentic, and they just touched my heart, you know, and it was just such a positive experience. And everybody, you know, you just could not feel good there, you know, everything. I mean, I learned so much. There's so many little tidbits that you just hear and pick up, and or just things are reiterated and again and again. And it's just, I am just so glad that I actually attended the event.
Yeah,
So
that's exactly how I walked away feeling from my first event. And my first event, I mean, I knew the products were great. I had lost 30 pounds. I loved it. I was passionate about sharing with people. But going to that first event really solidified my belief. And maybe I walked into my first event 70% confident that maybe I can do this. When I walked out of that first event, my belief, my courage, my strength was so strong that I felt that, you know what, nobody was going to break me. All these outside chirping, all these negative voices, aside. After going to this event, instead of thinking maybe I can't, maybe I can, I said, the hell I can't, I'm going to do this, you know, and that's what the event did for me. So thank you for sharing that.
Sure, thank you.
So the culture, we are part of something so wonderful. I mean, if anybody in the group says, hey, you know, I have a friend who's a nurse, can someone do a 3-way phone call with me? Or, hey, does anyone have a great recipe for hummus? You know, everyone is jumping on to help somebody. And I know most of us have real jobs and work in the corporate field. I don't know any other place where people are that responsive and that eager to help one another. And this makes me feel wonderful to be a part of this. And it makes me want to give back every day to show this and share this gift with people. So are there apprehensions? Maybe there were, but the more I give, the more bigger our community becomes, the more stronger we become. Those apprehensions and those voices, they quiet down. They start becoming less and less, and the strength becomes more and more. The comp plan. I have met so many beautiful people in our company. Cindy, those of you who are doing Blitz right now have gotten a chance to know Cindy Walter. She was doing at-home launch parties. I made friends with the ISA millionaire Tammy Hess. Everyone's very open to sharing and speaking with you. Jay Bennett, I know many of you know. They have all come, many of us are not familiar with network marketing. So for me, I didn't know good or bad. And when people in the company say, you are so darn lucky that this is the first company that you've landed. Were any of you guys involved in previous network marketing companies? I see Michelle raising her hand. I see Jerry raising her hand. With a nod of the head, or you can certainly unmute yourself and share with a few words. Is our comp plan ridiculously freaking good? Most companies, once somebody grows above you, that's it, you lose them. In another company, they go maybe 6 levels down, 7 levels down, and then that's it. You lose them. Here in this company, there is no stop on the volume. That means if you've got 18,000, 5,000, 3,000 happy customers ordering shakes, you are getting volume on all 3,000 people. That is incredible. Michelle, can you unmute yourself? Do you feel comfortable sharing a few words? I don't want to put anyone on the spot.
Oh, put me on the spot.
You're familiar with network marketing. Many of us are not, and really just came into this as solely as product users who just fell in love and organically began to share. In a few words, how is this compensation plan different, better, more generous than most?
A long time ago, I was involved in Amway, but I didn't get far enough to get compensated from it.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, I was involved with Mary Kay, and I had to build my team, and I almost got my first car, and then I lost my whole team. So there was no compensation there either, because I'd have to rebuild my team again just to get compensation, and having to have product in your house and having to meet a monthly quota. That was the toughest part.
Yeah.
I like our compensation plan better because I could see just from what everybody has been posting on Mondays, oh, I got paid today, and I can't wait to say the same thing.
That was it. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. I know it's not easy to speak in front of so many. But you know what? No other company offers you $10,500 in upfront bonuses, daily pay, weekly pay, monthly pay, holiday pay, executive pay, trips, incentives. Our team, we certainly have a culture of rewarding and giving promotions often. And I love doing it for the team as much as I can. But the compensation plan is really there. Jim Coover, who was the founder of, it's slipping my mind, the Cambridge diet in the 80s. He's got a very brilliant mind. He created this compensation plan, Jim Coover. So we're under the wings of people who are really experts. Most people don't max out one company compensation plan. Our co-founder, Jim's wife, Kathy Coover, has done it 3 times with 3 separate companies, right? So we've got the products, we've got the brains, we've got the system. So when I ask most of the people, what is it that's stopping you? They all say the same thing, me, right? Most of the time we get in our own way. Because it's not the products. We all love the products. We wouldn't be here. So I want to talk to you a little bit about being a great coach, okay? We love the company. We love the culture where our beliefs are strong. When you, and Vicki will laugh, but initially when we started coaching people, this was like the Nazi regime, right? We were like, you cannot put a fruit in that shake. Don't you even think about putting a banana in there because you will forget it. You want to have wine? I'm not going to coach you. No. You want to have cheese on that burger? Forget it. You failed. How many of us were so passionate about the system that worked so well for us that we really created like this Nazi regime for other people? I mean, I saw Vicki yelling at somebody for sprinkling cinnamon in a shake. You know what? Being a good coach is meeting people where they are. Our team is lucky enough to have no sea salt, she's writing. Our team is lucky enough to have a food list, to have a snack list, to have a wonderful Facebook support group. These are all tools to help. But you know what? If someone doesn't want to give up a glass of wine once a week, you still have to love on them. You have to meet people where they are, right? And you don't want to seem like a product expert. None of us are. The boy behind the GNC counter is not a product expert either. You're asking him for his opinion. You know, which fiber pills are going to work the best for my Nana? He doesn't know. He hasn't tried all the fiber pills. He doesn't have his degree in soluble and insoluble fiber. All you're doing is giving an honest recommendation. And you're saying, you know what? This is the list that I followed. These were my results. You know, many people have different results. I'll tell you some of the important things is trying your best to stick with the list, following the basic shake, snack, healthy meal, drinking that water, posting in the group for accountability, and really using me to be your cheerleader. I'm here to support you any way I can. And I think, and maybe Vicki can unmute, but I think that in the past 3 years, we've learned a lot about meeting people where they are and not being so difficult on anyone. And, you know, some people come around and decide to do the business after 3 months, like our friend Coach Sue, and other people decide to fully commit to the program after a month. Some people have to fall down and fail before they're truly ready to give it a go. But you know what? Even incorporating 2 healthy shakes a day, even cutting out 1 bagel, you're still helping somebody. And what I've learned in that being a great coach is not always presenting yourself as knowing it all and not always being perfect. Being a great coach is showing people that you fall on your face 1,000,000 times, but no matter what, you're going to get back up. And as long as that person is willing to get back up, you're going to be there to love on them, support them, and help them through the journey. So documents, we've got great resources. We've got tons of tools. You know, not being an expert, I think, is something that I really have learned. Sometimes it's easy for me to answer a question and tell you where the next event is located, when the next team call is, but I'm not going to teach you anything like this. There was a lovely girl in the group today, Savannah, who asked a question about why cleanse days are important. And I could have vomited the spiel that I've learned over the last 3 years, Or I could have pointed her to the resource and said, you know what, there's a great podcast, get on there and have a listen. And you know what? Not only is it more informative for her to hear, it's like that expression. Does anyone familiar with that expression? If you give a man a fish, you teach him how to eat for one day. If you teach a man how to fish, you teach him how to eat for a lifetime, right? So can we all agree from this day forward, although we love throwing our ice of knowledge around and showing people what we know and we feel really confident and smart, can we all agree not to be experts, and instead of answering every question about diabetics and breastfeeding moms, let's start pointing them to the tools. Let's start giving the people the equipment to be independent and self-sufficient. And I would love for Vicki to honestly tell the team how you were and what's changed now and how retention has improved since you started meeting people where they're at.
I think that when we first started, definitely, I mean, I know myself, I did lose close to 40 pounds and I went very strict. Sorry, my daughter's in here on a tablet. I went very, very strict in the beginning and I felt that everybody had to do the same. 1 second. Ava, could you lower that? She's in here on a Zoom call. You know, my kids in the Zoom calls. I did feel that everybody had to do the same. However, it's definitely evolved. And I think in the last 6 months or so, at least the retention rates have been a lot higher for that. You know, you got to make it a way of life for people. They're not going to stay on 2 shakes a day and follow the schedule exactly like that. Sorry.
Yes.
A lot of noise, yeah.
Absolutely.
But absolutely, I mean, I was one of those strict people. If they weren't having 2 shakes a day, you know, you had a banana in your shake, I didn't want to coach you. Because we were like that in the beginning. But now I, you know, tell them, go ahead, have a banana.
But you know,
keep people happy. You got to keep them happy. Maybe people don't want to lose 20 pounds the first month.
you took the words right out of my mouth. You got to keep people happy. We all understand, and the beauty of Isagenix is that 85% of our team, they're not going to be builders like all of you guys. They're not going to be people who want to do the business. 85% of the people in our team are happy product users. She took the words right out of my mouth. You gotta keep them happy. And you know what? If somebody misses their blueberries, and having a cup of blueberries every now and again will make her feel better, feel able to continue, my gosh, be it. Let her do it. So
Amber and I just had a call. Amber and I had a call out last week, a girl. I don't have any weight to lose, maybe another 5 pounds. Sorry, now my internet's going in and out. And we told her she could start having fruit. And this girl was so happy after we told her that. She went and placed an order and said, I could continue this if I know I could start adding some fruits in my diet.
yes.
So I think something simple as telling them they could have some fruit makes them happy and will make them order more and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for sharing that,
You're
Vicki.
welcome.
Because we're all learning. None of us came into this. We all came in the same way. Nobody on the left, nobody on the right, just drinking shakes and enjoying ourselves. And then we fell in love. We fell in love with the company, and we just wanted to share. And we're all exactly at the same place. Some of us a little further, some of us not as far as we want to be. And that's okay. I love that 85% of our customers are happy product users. It's like you own a Whole Foods, and anytime somebody shops at your Whole Foods, you're going to get compensated. So would you not allow anybody into your Whole Foods because they keep kosher or because you have dairy and they don't? You know, you have to just be open. So that for me is very important, meeting people where they're at, loving on people. I also want to talk to you guys about supporting your downline, right? So let's say I come in. I can give Irina as an example. She came in, she's reading everything, she's going to events, she's getting on calls, and then, you know, she signs up, let's say, her sister, maybe who's not as into it, who's not as educating herself the way Irina is, right? So let's say her sister enrolls a couple people. Guess who's responsible for those people? Irina is, right? Because nobody's going to do what you do. Rhonda, you can't expect for your downline to do what you do. Sue, you can't expect for your downline to coach people and pour into them. You are the leader. Lena, you're the leader of your group, right? So when Craig brings somebody in, you're responsible for them. You're responsible to say, hey, Craig, what can I do to support you? Do you want to introduce me to, this new gal? Did she receive her welcome email? Is she in the Facebook? So how can I support you, right? And being an awesome coach doesn't mean doing everything for them. If let's say Craig signed them up, it's Craig's responsibility to add them into the Facebook group, welcome them, send them the email, and schedule that 5-day phone call with you, and even present the U+2. It's only your job to say, how can I support you? How can I love on our team some more? It's not your job to do everything, because again, you're going to harm them more than help them. And I tell you from a personal experience that I had tried to bring my brother in. I had placed people under him. I had wanted this so bad for him, way more than he wanted it. And I ruined it. I ruined it for him, just by doing everything. Meet people where they are. This is a theme that I hear from leaders, millionaires in our company over and over and over. Meet people where they are. It's our job to educate. It's their decision. It's their job to decide. And just because you want them to sign up this week, maybe they're not ready this week. Maybe they're moving. Maybe they've got things going on. It doesn't mean that you stop caring or give up hope on them, because we don't do that. We're here to serve people. And I had a great call with Todd Falcone today. And, I asked him very specifically what he thought attributed to his success as a network marketing professional, as a great leader. And he said, my first 2 years, I didn't make $1. He goes, I had to move back in with my mom and sleep on a bunk bed, on my old bunk bed. As a grown man, can you imagine him sleeping on his old bunk bed? His mom every day said, I told you this wasn't going to happen. You're not going to make it. He said, my willingness to never quit. I knew I was never going to put on a suit. I knew I didn't want to work under anyone's thumb. And my willingness to never quit was my number one reason for being successful today, 25 years later. He said, becoming a student, going to events, getting on calls, learning, soaking it in. Even when I didn't know what I was saying, I copied the words of others, right? How many of us quote Susan Sly? How many of us quote books that we've read? Sometimes you emulate another person until you become that person in your own. None of us expected to become leaders, but guess what? You're all here. And a leader is not anyone other than somebody who has the ability to inspire and impact a life. So when you consider yourself a leader, when someone calls you a leader, that is very special. That's a very special role to have. And I don't think that any of us should have it lightly. It's not another job title like you're a manager. It simply means that you have the power to influence. And any one of us has the power to influence and impact somebody for the better, right? How much negative crap do we deal with on a daily basis? Talking about Hillary and Trump. I'm so happy that in our group, it's nothing but, you're going to do this, girl. You can make it. I love our community. I've never had more positivity in my life, in my entire life. My family was not a nurturing kind, so this is just amazing. So becoming a student. And the third tip that he gave me was recognizing people for every single accomplishment. And I wish that in our back office, we can see more levels down. I wish we can see 10 levels down, 20 levels down. Sadly, I can only see 4 PET, but that makes it your responsibility to recognize your 4 levels and your 4 levels, because some of the people at the top, they simply don't see what's going on. There is a disconnect. You know, Vicky's people don't relate to me the way they would directly to her. You know, Irina's people don't resonate with me the way they would with her. She's their bond. She's their connection, you know? So it's up to you to recognize people for everything, for every pound, for a great cleanse day, for signing up their first member, for coaching somebody, for getting on a team call, for getting to an event. There's so many beautiful ways to recognize someone. I have to tell you, everyone wrote on my wall today for my birthday, and it was so special. But then I got a few voice recordings, and then I got a few personal messages. And those personal messages, they really meant a lot. How many of us, it would take 2 seconds to go into your phone, hit the record button and say, Julie, you are doing such a tremendous job, and I am so blessed to have you on this team. Does that make you feel great, Julie? Sometimes it's worth more than the cycle, and you have been doing a kick butt job. So, you know, it really is the little things that really mean so much, because when you're not cycling, when you're not making these big 6-figure checks, just having somebody notice you and say, you know what, you've really been doing great on this program, and I'm so proud of you for sticking with it. Or, you know, I see you talking to people. Maureen, who was the shyest person, enrolled like a gazillion people, went to her first event, got on that stage. My heart was just like, I think we were all crying. We were like, Maureen did it. You know, that there's something so special in recognizing something in somebody long before they see it in themselves. And I think that's the beauty, and that's the gift of being a coach, is having this ability to see something special in somebody and say, you know what, I'm grateful for you. I see you. I recognize you. Sue, you are an actual leadership coach in real life. Can you unmute and just talk a little bit about recognition? Because what I want to say is, many people do this for different reasons. Some of us do this because we want to improve our health and we want to help others with their health. Some of us do this because we love helping people, and I know that's you, Sue. Some of us do this because it's so fun. The culture, the community. I feel like we're in a sorority. At NYKO, I think I have like 5 girls in my room, and it's so fun. And other people do this because they want to change the world. They really want to make a difference. Whatever the reason is, everybody wants to be noticed. Everyone wants to be seen, be heard, and feel appreciated. Can you talk a little bit about recognition, Sue, and how that can help develop someone and seeing the beauty in others long before they see it in themselves?
Absolutely. I started in sharing this with people after I amazed myself on my own program. And I really had no idea about the business end of it. I just knew when I found something that had worked so tremendously for me that it just is natural to want to give it away and share it with people. What I know about recognition is that where we put our energy as human beings is what grows and gets bigger. And part of what we work on in leadership, and part of what I'm working on with my team that I have, is that it's all about celebrating. And you can always find something to celebrate. And if you live your life in that kind of context about finding something to celebrate every day, every night, then that gives you the energy to take on the things that need to be shifted or maybe aren't working so well, rather than getting immersed in what's not working and weighing that heavy on your shoulders, and all of that. And the more you can do it for yourself, it's got to start at home with you, and then giving that away to others, because everybody wants to be in an environment that's fun, that's alive, that everybody is pumping each other up, and we're all celebrating the whole process with each other.
Yeah.
So that's what really resonated for me.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I have to tell you that sometimes if you're not going to love on people, you're going to scare and push people away. And I honestly have done that many times because I'm a strong personality, because I'm very red. I'm like, come on, let's just do it. You have to learn, I guess we're all learning, that not everybody operates at the same speed. Not everyone comes from the same place. And I have to tell you that, you know, the old me maybe would have given up on Sue because it took her 2 to 3 months to come around. And am I so glad that I'm willing to learn and willing to change and willing to take advice from others, because here's this rock star who's going to be a millionaire in this company, who's dedicated, who's determined, who has a master list. And had this been the old me, I would have just been like, she ain't sharing with nobody. Next, you know. You know, you have to be honest about your own mistakes, about your own flaws, and you have to be willing to learn and get better, right? And that's what this is about. It's about meeting people, supporting them, and loving on them. So thank you very much for sharing, Sue. So I want to talk, just say a few words about retention. I want everyone to start implementing this. I think it's very important. And I learned this from Ellen Brensel. And you always have to be doing 3 ways and listening and learning from members on our team. Because one little nugget, I think Erica Stone's mom called it a value pack instead of the president's pack. And now the company is naming it the value pack because so many people picked up on it. You know, you really have to be open to listening and learning. So what I heard Ellen say, and it really seemed very easy and doable, is as soon as she placed somebody's order, they're basically waiting for 4 days, right? So she says, I'm going to inbox you your username and your password. I want you to log on to Isagenix.com, go to contests and promotions, and register for the IsaBody challenge while you wait for your box. That's your assignment, right? And people are eager. They're happy to do that assignment, and they have 3-4 days of just waiting, and they're anxious. They want to do something. Folks, getting them in the IsaBody challenge improves retention so much that after a year, 8 people are still on board out of 12. If you don't put them in the IsaBody, majority of them would have fallen off. So, I mean, it really is critical to keep your customers on board. I also want to talk to you guys about something else. When we are presenting the packs, okay, and I'm wondering if I can show you all a document without us getting disconnected. When presenting the packs, it is so, so important to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I think it is very wrong for us to present only the pack that we are comfortable with, right? And Sabina taught Sue how to present from top down. And guess what? Sabina, Sue, Jesse, that whole team is leading with president's packs. Okay? So it's not up to us to judge. I know that many of us have these thoughts in our mind that maybe she can't afford it, she's a single mom, or, you know, me, myself, I have apprehensions about 559. It's not your job to decide for anyone else. It's our job to present. And I tell you very honestly, Herb Cepeda and his team have made $1 million extra this year simply presenting all 3 packs. Because when you present the business builder, when you present the value pack, which is the president's pack, and then when you go down to the 30-day, guess where they're going to land? Nobody wants the cheapest. Nobody wants the most expensive. They're all landing at the president's packs. So what I would like to share with you, and remember, it's not about being an expert. It's simply about using the tools that work. So I'm going to see if I can go onto Facebook. Okay, I need one person to unmute themselves. Rhonda, can you unmute? Okay, so I'm going to hit share screen, and I'm going to try to pull up a document. Can you see my Facebook?
Not yet, it's loading. Yep, I can see it. Can you make it bigger?
Yep, will do. So I'm going under our leaders group, okay? And if you're on this call, you have every right to be in this leaders group. So if you're not in there, get in there. In the leaders panel, under files, there is something called PK Smith presenting the packs down. And here is the exact script, and I will try to make it bigger. Rhonda, is that okay?
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Okay. And what the script says here, here's the script that is dominating this team. Easy to transition, sharing president's packs like it's a 9-day. Raise your volume, raise your business. So here's how I would introduce it. I would say, well, the first pack that we have is called the Business Builders Pack or the Family Pack. I know you're going to ask me how I should get started, so I always recommend the pack that's named after me. It's your business in a box for $1,100 you pay for with pre-tax money instead of post-tax money. The second one we have is the Value Pack. Our second best pack is the President's Pack. It's $5.59, and it's basically like a tree. It accomplishes 2 goals. Number 1, it assists you in reinventing your relationship with food and begins to begin your journey to recapture your health. So essentially, it is 3 essential systems in one box. One system replaces 2 of your 3 meals. The next system addresses your snack needs, and the third addresses your vitamin and mineral deficiency. Then we have the introductory pack with the Ice Delights. And that's our basic pack, and this one addresses 1 of 3 needs. Okay? So, I'm going to go back here to you guys. But this is the verbiage that I use to not be scared. And if you say it so many times over and over, it begins to flow smoothly. But guess what? If you're only giving people the option of the 30-day, guess what? They're only going to go for the 30-day. If you give people the option of the ultimate pack, the value pack, or the basic, they are going to land in the middle. And I want to tell you why it's so important to present all 3. And here's the facts. After 6 months, there is 29% retention on a 30-day program. 29%, which means 71% of your clients have gone away. Bye-bye. They all go into the witness protection program. You can't find them anymore. The President's Pack has 40% retention. So if you enroll 10 people, 4 of them will still be on board. And that's good after 6 months. That's great. Not only that, their auto ship is larger, their volume is larger, they've had more exposure to products, which keeps them on longer. And then the Business Builders Pack has 56% retention rate. So if somebody's starting with that $1,100 pack, they really are getting $2,000 worth of products, and it is a full tax write-off. So stop prejudging people. I literally have to pull out the script. I have the script on my desk. I have notes on my desk, things that I have to practice. So this is very, very important. How many of us can commit to telling everyone the whole truth and letting them decide? Can we all agree to make this commitment tonight and stop prejudging people? Yeah, Lisa and Mark, I like it, the couples thing. My husband's like, I'll go in bed and I'll get the DVR warmed up. But, it's really important. I know that many of us want to do right by our clients and we think we're saving them money. Not giving them a choice is not the right thing, because I have to be honest with you. I don't see Jenny. I don't know if she's on the call. I saw her before.
I'm here.
Here she is.
I was just eating, and then when people are cleansing, I get texts about don't eat while I'm cleansing on call.
Well, a very honest testimony. I started Jenny with the 30-day.
That's without an option.
Without an option. I just signed her up for the 30-day. I was so fired up to get an enrollment that week that I didn't even, but it wasn't right. And she called me up and she yelled at me. And she said, in a very
I thought that yelled.
30 years of our families know each other. So when I say yell, she kvetched. Jenny was not pleased with me, and she said that, why didn't you offer me the President's Pack? I needed the vitamins. I could have gotten the other stuff. And if you would have offered it to me, I would have gotten it. So can you share some thoughts on my completely judgmental behavior?
I'll be honest, I may have even been interested in the Business Builders Pack. I still remember I gave you my information and then I said, oh, wait, how much does it cost?
Yes.
And then you told me, oh, it's about $300. And unfortunately for North Carolina, they add a lot of tax, so it's a little more. But I didn't even know. And I remember vaguely having looked it up before talking to you and seeing something about other packs and what they were costing. And I guess when you said, oh, it's $300, it was like, oh, okay, I didn't even think about asking about a more expensive or what does it include, or whatnot. So I think once and then, you had given us PK training, which I think is great, when PK Smith, and you offer that to your team, which is amazing. And if anybody, by the way, gets that offer, please take it. And he talks about that, presenting from the top down and what happens and how most people will pick the middle, and retention rates for a business builder pack's 59%. And it's like, oh, I kind of already knew that I wanted to try everything. I mean, what I ended up doing was going to NYKO, spending another $400 or $500 at the store at the event on top of the $300. So, and that was before I had even tried it myself to be able to recommend it. I really wanted to see what everything tastes like. And I think too, like, all the packs have that same money back guarantee. So when someone commits to a Business Builders Pack, they still get that 30-day money-back guarantee to try all the delicious things.
Yeah.
And you get the free international membership. You get the free membership. All the bells and whistles. So
a lot of perks. So
I definitely would have gotten a value pack for sure. The Business Builder, I might have thought about it. But if you had told me it's tax deductible, then yeah, I would have been in.
Yeah. So, if I can leave you guys, thank you so much, Jenny.
Yeah, I'm going to mute.
Thank you. If I can leave you guys with anything, is you have to present from top down and let the people, decide. We've all made this mistake. Many of us are still making this mistake. Let's commit to not making it anymore. Let's read the script, get comfortable with saying it in our own words, and really give people some choices, because that's going to improve retention. So Isabody, using the Ellen technique and saying, while you're waiting for your box, let's get you started. Presenting all the packs is a great way. Now, we also do day 5 phone calls on this team. And I think the day 5 phone call is great, because day 5, PK and I laugh, but he's like, day 5, they still remember feeling like shit. And it's true, because 5 short days ago, you still remember not feeling so good. And now you're like, oh my God, I didn't need the alarm clock to wake up. I feel great. Something's happening inside of me. And you're like, okay, they're excited. They're looking, for all these things that you told them that would happen. They're starting to happen, and they're feeling so great. And Ed always says, who do you know that deserves to feel this way? Who can I speak to? And that is the perfect day to get your coach on the phone, get them excited, and do the you plus 2, them plus 2 script. And I have to be honest with you, it's not something I memorize either. So Rhonda, can you unmute? I'm going to do another screen share, because I want to show you guys. I don't want you to think in any way, shape, or form that I'm an expert. I'm not. I don't claim to know anything. I don't want to know everything. I want things simple and easy so that everyone else who I enroll can do it too. So all I do is Google right here, the 820 script, Isagenix. Okay, so on day 5, if your coach is not available, if you're not able to get them on the phone, here's the script, folks. Here's the script. They've got 30 days to make that Crystal Manager bonus. They can make $800 in 30 days. And if they're going to miss it, it's not going to be my fault. It's going to be because they didn't take advantage. Again, saying the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. Rhonda, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So here's what we say on day 5. So Rhonda, it's so great that you're having amazing results and you want to have your products paid for. You can make a little money, you can make a lot of money, or you can just get your products paid for, because here's the thing. People are going to start noticing, and I know that you're feeling really, really great, right? You can personalize it. You can make it, in your own words. I say, look, one of 3 things is going to happen. Everyone's going to notice your results. You're going to be feeling great. So either number 1, I'd be happy to take your referrals. Number 2, I can show you how to get your products paid for, make a little bit of money. Or I can show you how to make, a few bills, make that little bit of extra income. Where do you see yourself? And I ask them, where do you see yourself? So I say, wonderful. Okay, well, look, I'm obligated to tell you that Isagenix has created a simple system that allows you to get your products paid for really fast, and it's called the U plus 2, then plus 2, and it simply boils down to this. Let me explain. Now, chances are that you know 2 people who want to lose weight, feel great, have more energy. Can you think of 2 people? Great. So you have Sue and you have Sabina. Perfect. What do you think they're interested in? Weight loss, performance, making extra money? Now watch this. When you help Sue and Sabina start on the same pack that you did, Isagenix will give you money. So for Sue, Isagenix is going to give you $80, and for Sabina, another 80. But when you do this in the same week, Isagenix is going to double your money, and instead of 80 each, you're going to get 160. So that's $320. Plus, just for helping 2 friends, you're going to incentivize on this promotion and get another 50. So that's $370. But listen to this, okay? We're going to help Sue and Sabina do exactly what you did. So when you help Sue find 2 friends and Sabina find 2 friends, they're going to give you another $100 for each. That's $570. And if I can help you do this within your first 30 days, they're going to add another $250 for another incentivized promotion. That's $820 for doing the simple U plus 2, then plus 2. Okay, do you guys think that I memorized any of that? I mean, that is just crazy to me to have to remember. I'm not, I never made it in acting or dancing because I couldn't remember the steps or the lines. But when you pull out these scripts, when you have the tools, when you're committed to helping people, it's our job to present. And it's okay to ask people, where are you at? Where do you see yourself? Maybe you'll be blown away. Somebody's going to say, you know what? I want to make money. Let's do this. I got, and maybe somebody says it would be great if I can continue these products at least until I lose 100 pounds and get them for free. And it's our job to provide service and meet people wherever they are. How many people on this call tonight, because we're the leaders, it has to start with us. And I have to be honest with you, everything that we start doing as of today will take 90 days before we see it trickling down in our team. How many of us can promise never to let another person go without presenting them the 820 script? Can we all make that agreement? Yeah, because if we start today, guess what? Within 90 days, the rest of our team will be doing it. If we start incorporating ISA fruits and greens with every pack in 90 days, everyone on our team will be doing it. If we start presenting the top down, we'll have so many more President's packs. Bigger commission, bigger volume, but more important, people stay. People stay. You want people to stay for health reasons, for your store. You don't want if you own a Blockbuster, you don't want them opening up another Blockbuster across the street. You want people shopping at your store. So we want to keep people happy. We want to keep people on. So I wanted to read something else to you guys that I discussed with PK. So retention and conversion. People stay much longer when you get them to a consultant. Okay? It's just a fact. You show people the money. If they're getting this stuff for free, if you give them a lifetime free coupon to shop at Whole Foods, guess what? They're not spending $500 at Trader Joe's. Okay? It's very important to get people to a consultant. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But one of the ways is by getting larger packs, stop being a cleanse coach, continue to do this and allowing it 90 days to echo onto your team, showing people the U+2, not reinventing the wheel, and really start using those scripts. You know, I like that I don't have to make any of this stuff up. And I like when someone comes into this, I say, girl, you don't have to know anything because it is all right there. And I'll be there with you every step of the way. And it takes so much pressure off. All I have to do is share my 30-second story, you know. And for me, the more you do it, the easier it becomes sharing your story. So I want to tell you about how to make consultants. And we do that with 5 simple touches, right? And we have those forms, and I believe I should have my forms right here. And I'm going to try to pull them out. Every client who I enroll, I print out a form. I hope I have them in here. It's called PK's 6 Essential Touches in the First 30 Days. And everyone who I enroll gets this sheet. And it's my responsibility to fill it out. So the day 1 phone call, the box walkthrough. You know, you're walking them through the box, you're showing them the box, the back office, you're giving them the tools to log into the back office. I want to die when people tell me that they've never been in their back office. Because it's like there's $1 million in the bank and you're not giving them the ATM card to get in there. I mean, that's crazy. When you walk someone through their box, you have to show them how to get into their back office. You have to give them the tools to go in there. So sending them to go to IsaBody and having them explore the back office and taking the time with them, that's helpful. The day 5 phone call, the miracle phone call, that's the day you walk them through the cleanse, and that's the day you present the U+2, them +2. The day 8 is the results. The results. How many pounds are people losing in their first week? 3, 5, 7, 10? That's when you celebrate them on and off the Facebook support group. On the Facebook support group, always. On my Facebook, I say congratulations to Margarita. I'm so proud of her. She's down 7 pounds and she's just getting started. And then I say, tonight, I want you to write your Facebook post and we're going to help you find 2 friends. And that's it. You have to take people by the hand and you have to walk them through the process. Day 8 is always that Facebook conversation. You want them to throw up a post. They're feeling great. They're excited. Who lost 10 pounds and says, nah, I'm not going to share it. You know, you want to celebrate that. Celebration is a part of our culture. And then day 15, you have that coaching bonus call. So on day 15, you're checking in on them. How are you doing? Tell me what you love, what you don't love. And then day 22 is the pantry review. Guess what? Every single person that orders a 30-day after the 30 days, you get compensated $25 for that, right? Do you think it's worth it to have that call with them and say, okay, tell me what you love, tell me what you don't love, let me help you with your auto ship, let me make some recommendations. I love what Jenny said. She tried all the products, so she can honestly and authentically recommend it. When you do the touches, the simple touches, the chance of getting someone to a consultant is that much stronger, that much higher, that much better. So I want to just briefly, before we end this call, I want to talk to you guys about enrolling. People put up a post and then they wait. They wait for somebody to hit them up on Facebook. That's not what network marketing is about. Network marketing is finding 3 people a day to share your story with. Whether it's another mom at your kid's karate school, whether it's the lady at the hair salon in the chair next to you, whether it's the mortgage broker who's refinancing your home, whether it's somebody that you reach out to on Facebook, whether it's someone that you text. Our job is to speak to 3 people a day. Share your story, connect. Don't sit there. Everyone's waiting for 5 people on Facebook to get back to them. It's not enough. It's not enough if you want to build an empire. I'm not waiting on anybody. If I got to go dance Zumba and do hot yoga and put a leg behind my head, whatever I have to do to meet people, that's my job. Meet people. People here, I go to a different hairdresser every single time, and women are like, what? I wouldn't trust anybody with my hair. I'm like, girl, it's another conversation. You know, it's just conversations, nothing more, nothing less. How many conversations are you having? Because if you're not sharing the story, if you're not sharing the excitement, your business is not growing. And I just want to give a last word about those racing to executive. When you are racing to executive and there is $1,000 on the table, you do whatever the heck you have to do to get there. A lot of the people in the company, like Hillary, Courtney, Rob, and Joy Arthur, a lot of the leaders have done this. Every leader in the company, every leader on the team, everyone who's an executive should be messaging their people, offering an incentive. Some people do a Crystal Consultant Challenge. Zach and Eden say, hey, look, you find 2 people in your first week or this particular week, we're going to give an extra $50. Hillary Courtney went one step above, and she said, your coach is going to offer you $100 if you make a consultant before the 13th. The company is going to give you another $50, and I'm going to give you another $50. Do you know what it's like? And if you sign 2 people up that week with the President's Pack, you're getting them the pack for $29. $29. When you are pushing to get to executive and you're giving away that consultant bonus, that $100, you're getting it anyway. There's $1,000 on the table for you for hitting executive. But what's more is you get 10% of what all your consultants make. My girls, they cycle about 120 times a week, all my consultants. That's 12 cycles extra every week, 12, 24, 36, 48. I mean, if you do the math, 48 cycles times $54. I'm making an extra $2,500 a month just from my girls, just from my consultants. Is it worth it to run to executive at all costs? Hell yes. Hell yes. Offer incentives, offer prizes, offer whatever you can to run to executive. The leadership pools are incredible. Cindy Walters on the call said that she's earned $80,000 in pools alone. Sometimes money motivates people. They don't see what you see yet. So if you've got to give somebody a little push by saying, hey, look, Brandon, find 2 people this week by doing the you plus 2, them plus 2. If you do it by Sunday, I'm trying to hit a goal by the 13th, and it would help me a great deal and also get you some money back. You know, who can we speak to? How can you help me, and I will be helping you? It's the urgency. It's the putting the pedal to the metal. But I'll tell you what else executive does to you. Getting to executive shows everyone else on your team. This is how I felt, me personally. That people said, if this Joe Schmo can do it, I can do it too. And it's always been that way for me. Nothing special about me, nothing spectacular, nothing, but you always have to go first. You cannot push your team to executive if you're not there yourself. And when you get there, there's so much celebration, there's so much oomph, there's so much excitement. Vicki, how much momentum did you have behind your team when you were running to 3-star and then accidentally jumped over 3-star and hit 4-star? How excited was the team? And they were running with you. What kinds of things were you doing to get to your goal? What kinds of things were you offering? Because we have so many wonderful people, and they've got literally 1 week from today to hit Crystal Executive, and I know anybody can do it. Anybody.
Offer incentives, reach out to your downline. I mean, when you're hitting for a star, I know what, if you're hitting for a rank, it's a little different because you need your own personally enrolled. But I just really, I was pretty much begging. Some people I had to beg, some people gave me their credit card. I just did whatever I had to do, and I really didn't care what it meant. If it up all night, early in the morning, and just did whatever it was possible that week.
Making calls, offering free shipping, giving an extra $50 for them to find two. If somebody
Everything.
called with a president's pack, I gave them an extra 80. Whatever you have to do, that's how you have to run to executive. With speed and with urgency, because the money, the rewards, the example that you're setting for the team is priceless, So I am willing to do a match, a $50 match, for anyone on the call tonight, anyone who's racing to executive. If you're racing to make consultants, I'll do whatever I can to support you. So whatever you offer them, if you want to offer 100, the company will give 50. I'm going to give another 50 to help each of you guys who's running to executive. So if somebody brings in 2 people for the first time and hits consultant, whatever I can do to help the team, I know you feel the same way, whatever you can do to support your team. There is no walking to an executive. It's a balls to the walls, all out run. Do you guys understand what I mean? You gotta, I was on the phone with Amber's Nana, and she was like, Nan, it was 11 o'clock at night, and we were on the phone with Amber's grandma, and she was like, Nan, I'm gonna need your Social Security now. But it really is it's in the attitude. And I tell you, when we all rank advance, that magical pina colada week, we all had the same attitude, and that attitude was whatever it takes. When Jennifer Rodriguez just hit 1 star, she said whatever it takes. She was messaging people. We were counting BVs. She was calling people. It really is that sense of urgency. We're also having a trip to Arizona to visit the corporate office. And I know so many people are deserving of this trip. I know Jessica. I can't even pronounce your last name, W. I know Julie. I know so many people who've been working their cojones off. Irina. So, speaking to Ed, we decided to make this 2-star executive trip. We're going to pick 2 more executives, even if you're not 2-star. You're going to get a first-class VIP tour of our corporate headquarters. You're going to get the hotel for free, and we get to have a lunch with the founder, Kathy Cooper, the next day. So that's valid until the 29th. So even if you're not a Crystal executive, just get to executive. Anyone who gets to executive will earn an entry, and then we're going to pick 2. I want to bring as many people on this trip as possible. You guys deserve the hell out of this. I wouldn't be here without every single one of you. And it's so important to carry that throughout. Lisa wouldn't be here without her sister, her husband, her team. Vicki wouldn't be here without Amber and Mary and Teresa. We really are a unit. We really are a team. And I tell you honestly, I don't want to be on that stage alone. It's not a podium. It's a platform that's big enough for all of us. And I just think that, we have a great team, and we're willing to support one another with phone calls, with money, with bonuses, whatever the heck we can do. Let's just lock arms and get there together. So I would love to stop talking and take some questions, maybe some feedback. The call went a little bit longer, but I was so excited. Anyone can unmute and let's talk a little bit and see what you're excelling at, what you're having issues with, how I can help, why you want to get to executive. Let's chat.
Hi, this is Jessica.
Hi, I like you. You're like a red, like me, Vicki, and Irina. You're like.
I just want to say thank you for doing the Run to Executive. I literally started only because of the products. And as soon as I saw that I could make like an extra $300 a week, I'm like, well, this is easy. I can easily tell people, and I have consistently been doing that. What I'm struggling with is getting other people as excited as I am, which is what I'm really hoping to learn in the group. Is I had my first call today with someone who it was their brother-in-law or their brother and their sister-in-law, and they were really excited about it. So I'm excited. Maybe that'll be my first consultant, but I just feel like I'm not getting them as excited about it as Ed got me excited. So that's what I'm hoping to learn, and I just want to thank you for having it.
Awesome. I think you're incredible, and I have to be very honest with you. I enrolled 12 people for the month of June, and out of those 12, one went consultants. You're looking for people who are going to use the product. Remember, 85% are product users. 15% are going to be Jessica's and Vicky's and Julie's and Jennifer's. You're looking for those people. But what I ask people always, and on that day 5 phone call, I tell them, look, this is what's happening. 4 years ago, I was on food stamps. In 2 months, I'm going to be a millionaire. Anybody can do this. I share with them my story, my passion, my excitement. And I say, where do you see yourself? And you got to support the heck out of them no matter where they are, but you stay in you. Excitement, passion. Not everyone is going to get it, and that's okay. Remember, out of 20 people that you enroll, 2 to 3 might go consultant. That's why I love these incentives. That's why I love giving an extra $50. That's why I like offering things to people. Maybe book. Vicky was offering like free cans of shakes to her people. Like, hey, go consultant. I'm going to send you a goodie bag, because you want to inspire them. Because you know what, Jess? They don't see. They don't know what you know yet. But I love Sue Keith, who's a wonderful example, because it took her 3 months. And this is someone who does leadership and mentoring school and all this stuff. You don't know when someone's light bulb is going to trigger. And, I will tell you what every coach has taught me, and it's literally on my desk. I don't know if you can see, but it says, slow it down and love on people. And I have this on my desk because I'm just like you. I'm like, oh, come on, just find 2 people. What? But you can't. You gotta love on people. You have to continue to motivate them and support them, because even a happy product user is one life changed, is another cycle. It's just another life who you have personally impacted.
Right. Yep.
So keep it up. We're all in the same boat. We're all like, come on, I need a few more. But I'll tell you what I love about this company is that to be successful, you don't need to enroll 600 people. All you need is 10 Jessicas. That's it. 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Not that hard to find 10 people who are willing to share. And the beauty of this is not everybody has to do the business. Some people just have 2 friends and want to get their stuff for free. So Ed always says, who can I speak to help you get your products paid for? And some people are just happy with that. And if somebody gets consultant and I show them the U+2, if they want to go further, I go further. If they want to slow it down, I got to back it up, because sometimes I chase people away from being so strong. And, I don't want to do that. So we're all learning, but you're not alone here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
for sharing. You're doing amazing. Anyone else want to unmute and share a few words? How about you, Julie? You've been doing great. I see you front and center. What's been the most exciting for you?
Hello. I'm just still trying to get the consultants under me as well, like Jessica said. I love the products. I love sharing it, but not everyone's as enthusiastic as sharing. Now, the people that I've talked to, they want to continue even after their 30 days, but they're just not sharing it, people.
Okay.
That's what I'm working on as well.
Have you been doing day 5 phone calls where you bring in another person?
From Like three-way calls?
Yes.
Yeah, I was with, I was. I haven't been doing them as often now, but in the beginning, I definitely was doing three-way calls.
Yeah. Vicky and I do a lot of them together. Try to get somebody that three-way phone call on day 5 because yes, you're excited, but also you're the annoying one that's walked them through the cleanse. You're the annoying one that's told them about the ionics. So sometimes hearing another person's perspective gets them a lot more fired up.
Okay.
Ed is a good one to do those 5-day phone calls with. It always makes it so fun and so exciting, you know?
Okay, I'll work on that then.
Yeah, and try those incentives if you feel comfortable with it. It's a great.
I just texted my downline just to kind of put it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great way to, just say, hey, look, I'm trying. You know what worked for Ellen was her saying, you help me. I think oftentimes they may not do it for themselves, but when you say, look, I'm trying to reach a goal and it would help me so much. Can you think of 2 people that I can speak to that may want to get healthier, feel better? It would really, really help me get to this next rank that I'm trying so hard to achieve. People are more willing to help you. They feel grateful to you for helping them with their results, with the program. They would be more inclined to help you sometimes than doing it for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. Thank you.
My pleasure. Anyone else? Any feedback? Irina, when are you getting to executive, my friend? You better be on this trip.
I know I'm trying. I have everybody, hold on one second, you good? I have everybody falling off and then I'm making another one, falling off, I'm making another one. I can't hit that yet. It's making me crazy, but I feel like I can do it. I'm trying,
Look, in such a short time, you already have such a powerhouse like Kim. If you find a Kim every 3 months, you would literally max out your business in 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So try the incentive, try to put it out there, offer it, and run quickly.
Fine.
Anyone else? Does anyone have any questions or comments, or maybe you would like something Jenny said she wants me to unmute everyone. If there's something that I didn't cover that maybe we can.
Happy birthday. It's her birthday.
And we were going to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
This is the best way to spend my birthday with such a great team. It's better than evil time. I hope this was helpful tonight, guys. If there is something ever do,
Happy birthday.
just
Happy birthday!
Thank you, gorgeous. I appreciate it. I hear my Ellie. I hear babies. Blossom babies.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, my friends. Good night, guys. Have an awesome week. You guys are doing a tremendous job and really have so much to be proud of. So thank you, everyone. Executive, everyone. We're running.
Happy birthday.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Vicky. Bye.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Bye,
everybody.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.